Hi guys, this is Bishop from Valueless Gamers, and today I'm going to be showing you some gameplay footage using the M14 Banshee, which is the anti-infantry nose gun for the Mosquito. The Banshee uses the same aiming reticle as the M18 rotary, and fires just as fast. It uses explosive rounds, so even if you don't hit infantry directly, its small explosion radius will allow you to do damage even if you miss slightly. However, you now have 25 rounds in the magazine compared to the rotary's 40, and the bullets have a higher bullet drop and a higher spread than the rotary. This coupled with a longer reload speed will make dogfighting on the Banshee a lot harder, but I'll cover that later on in the video. As you're mainly going to be targeting infantry, I would highly recommend getting the night vision optics for the Banshee so you can quickly identify soft targets and readjust your aim. I would also recommend getting the extended magazine upgrade just in case your aim isn't good enough and you don't manage to finish off your target. The first upgrade is 100 certs and actually gives you 6 more bullets instead of 3, which it says in the tooltip. Now I wanted to test the explosion radius of the Banshee, and in this clip I found a group of enemy infantry by crossroads, but I only managed to kill one of them. So clearly the explosion radius and the indirect damage is very small. Now could I have killed more infantry with rocket pods? Most probably, but we'll discuss that later. It seems that you should be aiming for at least one direct hit with the Banshee to score a kill in a single pass. For this reason, I'd recommend getting the dogfighting airframe to improve your yaw turning speed to make your aim as precise as possible. One final point I'd like to make before we move on to vehicles. When looking specifically for infantry, my biggest problem was the render distance, forcing you to hover to hunt. A lot of times I found myself facing burst maxes popping up and not being able to dump my magazine completely to ensure a kill before running away to repair. Now when you're flying around enemy territory, your biggest threat in the game is going to be enemy aircraft. You need to eliminate air targets and gain air superiority first before engaging ground targets, otherwise you risk getting picked off whilst hovering and attacking infantry. These next few clips show me trying to adjust to the transition from a rotary to a Banshee in leading targets. As you can see, the reduced bullet velocity coupled with the increased bullet spread means I'm finding it difficult to hit enemy aircraft, even when I do manage to score a good burst. It feels like I'm not doing any significant damage, and a low magazine and long reload speed often denies me these kills. The Reaver in this clip here is probably one of the only kills I managed to score out of my entire 2 hours of me using the Banshee. Even if I did manage to get enemy ESFs on fire, the long reload speed would give them enough time to bail and deny me the kill. In this next clip, I'm trying to save a teammate who has a Reaver on his tail, and as you can see, the Banshee is extremely ineffective at this job, even if you can predict enemies' movement. In the end, it took myself and another friendly Mosquito to make the Reaver break off. If you're using this weapon, make sure you have a wingman covering your back, and also another wingman covering his back because you won't be able to save him. The Banshee is clearly not suitable for teamwork. Now against armor targets, it feels like you're doing less damage per bullet than the default needler, so fairly insignificant anyways. I had more luck picking off tanks on fire or waiting for the driver to get out to repair and killing them then. Otherwise, don't bother. Similarly, the Banshee deals insignificant damage to Liberators and Galaxies, even if you land every single shot. The long reload speed makes you vulnerable to tailgun fire as you wait to reload. In general, if you're using the Banshee and you counter enemy aircraft, it's okay as a deterrent, as they will probably run away with at least half their health and bait you with anti-air or other fighters if you try to chase them. And even after that, you're probably not going to get a kill unless you're very lucky. So after going through all the pros and cons of the Banshee, why would you use it over the rotary or needler? Well, firstly, it only costs 500 certs compared to the rotary, which costs 250, and rocket pods, which cost 1000. So you could say it's a poor man's rocket pods. The Banshee would be suitable for beginner pilots who have no interest in dogfighting and want to get easy kills without spending too many certs into aircraft in general. In the video, I'm using a Banshee with night vision and extended magazine with flares 1 and stealth 1, and external afterburner tanks. Possibly with full extended magazine and full composite armor, you could specifically target burst maxes, flare to finish your kill, and then afterburn to run away from any other lock-ons from air-to-air ESFs, or grounders or annihilators. Alternatively, you can trade flares for scout radar, and use it as a hovering tank popping in and out of cover to take down infantry. Overall, I'm struggling to find any other suggestions in using the Banshee more effectively. I feel that most of the infantry kills I've had with the Banshee could have been faster and easier with rotary, and without sacrificing your ability to dogfight or harass tanks effectively. I think this concludes my review of the Banshee. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please comment on the relevant section below. I will also be deleting this tertiary character to make room for a BS character to bring you some more scythe gameplay, and I need some suggestions of which servers make use of. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you on the battlefield.